and welcome to the 14-day Social Butterfly Challenge. I've created a little video for you to help you with your challenge and your workbook and to try to reduce any overwhelm and to improve your understanding. I know that when you're living with lupus or an autoimmune condition that any steps or changes can feel like a big deal. So the idea of this video is just to remove all of those worries and to just help you get started in the most positive way possible. So hopefully you've all received your email and you've successfully downloaded your challenge. So the challenge begins with an introduction from myself, and then we head straight into what to expect. So the idea of this challenge is to provide you with some basic tools that help you to start to create good decisions and to understand and evaluate the impact that these decisions will have on your energy and on your ability to get through the festive season without burnout. So what to expect? I have provided you with something called the Butterfly Balance Method. Now this is something that I would like you to refer to before saying yes to any social events, commitments, invitations. Then we have the Social Butterfly Workbook. During this 14-day challenge, we will also have 2 live group sessions. I'll go into that more in a little while. And you'll have access to the private Facebook community. And within this community, you will also receive regular prompts, inspiration, and things to help you stay on track with the challenge and hopefully connect with other people that understand going through the same things on the same journey. So let's head into the Butterfly Balance Method. So this essentially is a gentle way to help you decide what's worth your energy before you say yes. So this method helps you choose where to spend your energy wisely so that you can enjoy the moments that truly matter, because that's what life is all about and that's what we're trying to get back. So the Butterfly Balance Method is a 5-step method, all of which is detailed in your lovely workbook. So I invite you to get familiar with your workbook and read through the balance method. It's nothing complicated. All it's doing is just buying you some time before you respond and encouraging you to make a response based on you, your energy and what's going on right now. So step 1, pause and breathe. Step 2, is this a need or is it a want? Step 3, energy check. Step 4, joy factor. Will it bring you joy? Step 5, do you have a recovery plan? So all of these steps are detailed in the workbook. And as a lovely reminder, it says yes. Each yes deserves a moment of reflection before you give it. How nice is that? And then we go into the full workbook, which is where you are encouraged to get your pen. You can print and use the workbook to write in, or you can just, use the workbook as a guide and journal in your notebook as you would normally. How to use the workbook. The workbook contains 2 planners and a checklist. So these are the crux of the challenge. So during the challenge, you are encouraged to complete your daily checklist. It's supposed to be your accountability buddy, really. It's there as a reminder that you are supposed to be making some small changes. Are you making those changes? How regularly are you implementing these changes? It's not about perfection. It's about patterns and progress. So the idea of the daily checklist, so you have days 1 to 30 to represent the whole month of November. Essentially, this is a 14-day challenge. So wherever you've joined us, whatever point of November you've jumped in, that's fine. Just start logging from that date. So today's the 2nd of November. So for example, I would just start logging on day 2 or possibly even day 3, give myself a day to get used to the workbook and mentally prepare for the challenge. So the idea is you use the checklist for a little bit of accountability. Am I taking the steps needed? Am I making any changes? If not, can I? If I am, well done. And then hopefully you will start to reap the rewards. The 2 weekly planners are here for you to note down your social events or commitments, and to track your energy. So by using the butterfly balance method, ideally your week should start to take shape in a balanced way. You shouldn't be saying yes to things unless you're able to rest and recover afterwards. The workbook encourages you to enter your rest days as a priority. Get them planned in. They're non-negotiable. If we don't rest and recover, then we'll never make it through the festive season. So these are super, super important. And the idea is that, for example, you can note down on Monday, I have the works Christmas party, for example. Tuesday, yeah, okay, I might have to get up and go to work the next day, but Tuesday night, I've planned in a bath, a book, an early night, a movie night, something like this to allow recovery and an early night. And then, for example, Friday night, you want to head down the pub with your friends, but we're getting close to the run up to Christmas and Saturday's looking hectic. You need to go shopping or you need to visit Uncle Bob. Perhaps that's not going to work this week. It's an exceptionally busy Saturday. So can I change the usual Friday night plans exceptionally? Can I just dip out? Or maybe change, the plans to a different day. It's just to encourage you to write it down, look at it in front of you, and you will soon start to see, I can't do this back to back. There's got to be rest, there's got to be recovery. I have to prioritize. I have to do what matters, what's important to me, what brings me joy. I can't do it all, and I have to accept that. If I want to stay healthy and I want to survive the Christmas season as a whole, we're talking, a couple of months really, for some people with Christmas. And then with the energy tracker next to it, you can just go, Monday I was feeling great. You can see you had busy Monday. Tuesday you were feeling tired. Okay, well that was because you had the busy Monday. So let's maybe just make sure that Wednesday's clear. All of these things we will go through in the lives together. So the idea is that you get your week planned in. Then once you've planned, you review your plans. So it's all very well saying, this is what I need to do, this is the plan, da-da-dee-da-da-da. But sometimes, it's just not right. So once you've got everything down on your planner, it's a really good idea to just take some time to review what's there. What events or plans feel exciting? Where might you need to create more space for rest and recovery? How can I make this season feel joyful and not draining? So it's just bringing you back to those key points so that you don't get carried away with your planner and then suffer the consequences. So then at the end of the week, you are encouraged to take some time to reflect upon how the week went. We all know that life gets in the way. Sometimes things don't go to plan. So it's time to just look back and just say, how did it go? What events truly lit me up and brought me happiness and joy? What events drained my energy and why? Why did it happen? How did it happen? Was it unexpected? Was it planned? Just, maybe slightly bad planning. But the key thing, what can I do differently if needed? What can I do differently next week to stay balanced? So the idea of reflecting is to learn. So we can look back at our plans, try to see where it went right, where it went wrong, look back at our energy tracker. Are we getting tired? Why? Let's start looking for patterns, and let's start learning to detect these patterns and change them and put a stop to them before they get out of control. And then this is the point where we will get together for the live group sessions. So on the Sunday of week 1, you will come to the live group session and bring your workbook with you, but very importantly, your reflections on the week. And this is where we take a look together. So the group sessions are where the magic really happens. And we can share experiences, thoughts, strategies, tools, techniques. We can get everybody's knowledge and skills together to look back at the week, reflect upon it, learn from it, and then plan for the week ahead to start creating these ideal weeks of balance and joy. So it's all about learning to say no, learning that it's okay to say no, and that you don't have to do it all to live a full life. It's perfectly acceptable to say no and to prioritize the things that truly make you happy and really fill your cup instead of draining your cup. So then week 2 is kind of a repeat of week 1, but you know, with a view to doing even better. We have some lovely affirmations. We have some quotes throughout the workbook. Everything's just to keep you on track. And for the whole while during the 14-day challenge, you will have access to our private Facebook community group. And this Facebook page is amazing. It's really structured. It's there to support you. So we have Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday threads. And that's just the planned ones. You know, I may be dropping things in there as well. But essentially, you have prompts, threads on the page so that you can engage with other people, so that you can keep yourself on track, so that you can stay motivated, so that you can feel proud of yourself and the steps that you are taking, share your wins. And then at the end of the 14 days, we are celebrating progress and not perfection. So at the end of the workbook, it says, yay, you've made it. I really hope this challenge has helped you see what's possible, and I really hope you've got lots out of it. Taking time to create change can set us on new trajectories, and it's so exciting to think about. So the idea is that you come out of this 14-day challenge with some tools to help you to make confident and educated decisions in an attempt to protect your energy and to keep going strong throughout the whole of the festive season. So obviously that's just the beginning. It's just the tip of the iceberg, and there is lots more available, lots more possible. But for now, just focus on your 14 days, get familiar with your lovely workbook, learn from it, use it. I can only emphasize the importance of using the workbook as your companion. It is there to teach you, it's there to guide you. The crux of the butterfly balance method is that you just stop and you pause before making a decision. That's all. It's not complicated, it's not scary. It's just there as a guide for you to just start thinking about you and what feels good at the end of the day. Some weeks you'll be ready to take on the world, and that's fine. And some weeks you're not, and that's also fine. It's just to stop kind of a roller coaster lifestyle, which is definitely what I fell victim to, where I was ignoring symptoms, ignoring tiredness, just push, and then obviously inevitably ended up with the crash and burn effect afterwards. And this may have resulted to just feeling generally miserable and having to carry on because I hadn't made plans or allowances for it, or, you know, being unable to do that and literally, you know, ending up in bed, which is not where we want to be as social butterflies. We don't want to be in bed unless it's, you know, after a good night out with a bit of a hangover. No, I'm joking. Alcohol and lupus isn't, you know, although I do partake, it's not ideal, as you probably know. No, we don't want to be in bed. We don't want to have these highs and these lows. All we want is just continued happiness, continued balance, and it's just all about starting to learn and adapt to life with lupus. It is possible to live life fully, but you do need to be very, very aware, and in my opinion, you do need to be very organised and plan these things ahead. So I really hope that you enjoy your 14-day challenge. Obviously, the group is available to you throughout. You can email me anytime as well. So it's kelly@purplerain.fr. That's my email address. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, all the usual places. So please, 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 if you have any questions, if you feel stuck, if you don't understand, just get in touch and I will help. And you know, let's spread these wings. Let's get this transformation underway. So I really, really look forward to catching up with you in the lives. I look forward to engaging with you in the Facebook group. And here's to a sparkly festive season. So good luck, guys, and well done for joining the challenge.